Alright, what is up traders? Hope everybody's doing well. Before we start, if I sound kind of off, it's because I have a palate expander in my mouth, so it makes it a bit difficult to speak. So if I do have a lisp, you know why. It's going to stay in my mouth for a while. So anyway, let's go into today's trade. I caught a win and a loss, but obviously with proper risk management, my loss was very much smaller than the win. So I made back what I lost plus a lot more. So coming into the session, I was kind of neutral biased, especially because of this move prior. Let me see if I. Yeah, so you see this. We were kind of in the middle of everything. So there was sell side above, there was trailing buy side above with London highs. So I was kind of neutral biased until kind of I get a sign that we're gonna move in either or direction. So macro hits here. Initially, we're showing that we are bearish, but at this point, I'm like, we could have a nice retracement, especially where we're at the new day opening gap. We could have a nice retracement into the 930 value gap right here, and that could be a trade opportunity. So let me speed it up a little bit here. So you see here, I'll mark out in a bit this kind of small SMT. So from here, I want to see a long opportunity, which I do get in a second. So macro, we get a breakup structure with a fair value gap. Entry was off that FVG. Now waiting. Here I get my entry. I didn't time it correctly, but it was supposed to be at that fair value gap. I like this entry a lot because this fair value gap aligned perfectly with the new day opening gap, so that's why I was very confident in this setup. And then all I was targeting was that buy side at the 930 fair value gap. So going through it, currently still respecting kind of the new day opening gap area. And then we come down, we make one final drop, we push up from here, and then I mitigate my risk because it's just not looking the best. So we come up and we wick through this fair value gap and then reject very heavily. That's when I was like, alright, I'll just mitigate risk because it's most likely going to end up hitting my stop loss. So here we see we tap into that FVG and then we reject very heavily. So that makes me move the stop loss to that low right there. Mitigate some risk. And yeah, so that was a stop out right there. That was the first position. Kind of just, I was just marking out the mid of that wick and putting my stop loss below it. That's all. So here I got stopped out for 188, I think, right? So first stop out there, right? Now going on to the second trade, which is the winning trade, which lasted an hour. So here, this is the 1150 1210 macro. We come down, we sweep the sell side on both ES and NQ. We tap into the May 18th new week opening gap low. We respect it on the 1 minute, and we have a lot of trailing buy side as well above. So to me, it's a good area to retrace. So BOS right here with an FVG. Speed it up a little bit. So this is kind of a breakaway gap, so I'm not looking to enter right on it, but I want to get a close proximity entry to it. I don't want to get a really premium entry. That's why I didn't wait for that FVG to be tapped into, because I am treating it as a breakaway gap, right? So full TP at these highs, and then plan to take a partial right here. I end up taking 2 here instead of 1, and then let one to run to final TP. But yeah, so here I'm marking midpoint of the wick, marking out here that this is a breakaway gap, and marking out midpoint right there. Constant encouragement. Yeah, so I want to see price push up from here and kind of respect this midpoint of the wick if I'm bullish, right? And here I'm marking out the midpoint of this 5-minute wick to make sure that my stop loss is in a discount to that wick, right? Or the midpoint of that wick. So here I'll type out in a second that I like how we are respecting with the bodies. So the bodies, we don't close below the midpoint of this wick, because now it's a discount wick, so price is treating it as a discount array. So if I'm bullish, I want to see price respected to the upside, right? So here I type out that I love the fact that we are respecting the midpoint of this wick as of now. So let me speed it up a little bit. I'm just marking out kind of take profit. So here I like how constant encouragement of the wick is being respected so far. So you see how we wick through it, but we never close below it, which is a very good sign, right? Price is treating it as a discount array, and it's using it to push higher. So I love that. Here I mitigate risk in a bit, a little bit, I think. So let me speed it up. Start to push, move it to break even, because now there's no reason for me to have a risk on the line. We made a new high. We're well above my entry, and we're about midpoint of this gap. So risk-free trade is the go right here. And this trade after here, so make a new low, push higher, move my stop to that low, and then from here it was just consolidation, right? We're past macro. And this is where this hour-long trade I'm gonna skip through this entire thing because it was a pain in the ass. Here is where you see I was kind of planning on taking 2 off instead of 1. So I was kind of wanting to take 1 off as a market limit order, and then 1 off, like trail 1 contract as we go higher. So my plan was to take 2 off, but here I thought we are going to tap. We don't, even on ES. So that's why I'm still confident that we're going to keep on going up, is because there's no sort of SMT. So I'm still confident. It's not like ES swept and Q didn't, right? So yeah, so here I'm taking that I'm fed up with this shit. It takes like, I don't know, from 12:15 to about 1 o'clock, 45 minutes in this range, which is crazy. See this consolidation. Let's go through it, and then finally here we push up, right? And right, I forgot, I actually closed one when we were at this point right here, right? Because, so see I'm in 3, and then because I'm so fed up and like we're literally right there, I just closed 1 because I'm like, this is just so annoying, and I don't want to get potentially stopped out just because, or stopped out in profit and miss out on that contract just because of this, right? So I just close 1 right there, and I'm looking to close the other one as we go higher. But here we don't do it, and we come down, and then eventually we do sweep the high, and then I trail 1. Kind of my idea was kind of trailed one contract if we go higher, but I end up stopped out there. So two contracts at the high, and then I trail my stop loss. At this point, I'm leaving the chart because it's just my eyes are just killing me, and I've been on the chart for so long. So here I leave the chart. I move my TP to here just in case, because I'm not looking at the chart at this point. I'm off charts, and I move my stop loss to here, and then I do end up getting stopped out here, but you see the camera cuts or the screen recording cuts because my computer goes into sleep mode because I literally just left the chart. So it cuts off here, but I got end up stopped out for this contract in profit right here. So that's it. So you see I made like 3 times the amount that I lost, and that's the kind of key to risk management. And I'm sorry that I sound very off. It's just this palette expander makes it so difficult to speak. But yeah, so that's gonna be it. Hope you guys found this insightful. If you want more pre and post session analysis just like this, I post my analysis on NASDAQ every single day pre-session on my Discord for free. So if you want to join that, link is in the description. Also, I do have my private one-on-one mentorship in terms of the teaching trading. So if you're starting out or struggling with trading, I do have that private one-on-one mentorship. If you're interested, book your call. Link for the Calendly is in the description down below. And yeah, that's going to be it. And until next time, guys, stay safe and happy trading.